Meditation is an instinctive process where we ignore our visual stimuli and other senses to access our mind and inward thought. And it's very simple. Vision is the hardest sense to ignore, so think of it as instead of your mind using all of this energy to process your visual stimuli, you don't do that. Your mind doesn't do that because you're ignoring your visual stimuli, and it uses that mind power for thinking instead. It's basically like diverting power from visual stimuli to your inward sense where you can think better. It's very simple. And there is an ancient meditative technique that has been lost in time, but I've, figured it out with my studies. Many people think there's a magical eyeball on your forehead that you can see out of. And that comes from, lost teachings and destroyed knowledge over the past couple thousand years. There's been some people that have been known for destroying knowledge for the past 2,000 years. And there's a reason for it. When you go like this, I'm not pointing at my forehead. What I'm doing is, let me demonstrate real quick. I am now staring through my blind spots of my eyes, ignoring my visual stimuli. I have this blank stare on my face, and I'm better able to access my mind. It's very simple. It's a meditative technique where you can leave your eyes open to access while you're meditating. Instead of closing your eyes, you can leave them open or whatever. And yeah, it is an ancient Buddhist and Hindu class that has been lost in time. And that's because of drawings of people going like this, and squiggly lines that people interpret to mean what they think they mean. But no, they're not. You're not pointing at a magical eyeball. You're just blocking each eye from seeing the other eye's blind spot, so that you can ignore your visual stimuli. And the truth of the matter is, this is a map to your vision. Jesus' face, nailed hand. Simply put, I go like this. I look here. I put this in my blind spot. This eye's closed. I can't see it. I close this eye. That one's gone. I go like this, and wow, both of Jesus' nailed hands have disappeared. They disappear. And what that does is, it doesn't seem like a big deal. Like, oh, they disappear. What's the big deal, But what's going on is, I'm learning how my eyes process my visual stimuli to my brain. And by doing that, I'm able to learn to ignore my visual stimuli and, stare through your blind spot thing. And that is a very powerful spot in your eye. Your blind spot is where your mind creates a reality of where there's nothing at. So if you can focus your energy there, you can access your mind better. Very simple. And the simple fact that people don't know this is on this, you'll see it, and you'll be like, oh, I see Jesus' face. Oh, a nailed fucking hand. This eye can't see it, but this eye can see it. And it tells the mind, hey, there's a nailed fucking hand right there. And same with the other eye. And then it induces an instinctive response that, alters the process of thought for the individual affected by the mind-stimulating device. In this book that I wrote, you can find on Amazon, Simple Spiritual Shit by Joshua Jones, under the meditation, I have a vision map to your blind spots in this book. And you see it says, ignore your senses to access your mind, pay attention and get out. These are the eyes. You look here, you put this in the blind spot for this eye, and you put this in the blind spot for this eye. You put your finger right here, and this disappear. Go ahead and try it out. I'll turn it sideways so you can turn your phone sideways and try it out for yourself. And it's very simple. I close this eye. I'm looking at the center. Oh, it's gone. And I close this eye. Oh, that's gone. Ta-da! They both disappear. And that's what that technique teaches you. It teaches you about your visual stimuli so you can ignore it to better access your mind. And this is a very touchy subject because, a lot of people believe in this. A lot of people put this on the same level as Jesus, which I believe is wrong. I used to be Christian, now I'm spiritual. I've grown from Christian to become more spiritual now. But the truth of the matter is, it's a mind-stimulating device that affects how you think, and that's an idol. Hate to say it, but the good news is, yes, many people are unknowingly following an idol. But the good news is, it's got the map to your vision on it, which can teach you to instinctively access your mind in ways of the Buddha and other people have taught over the years. In any case, share this video with as many people as you can. Because the truth of the matter is, this alters the way people think. And that's not good. It blocks thoughts from forming and stuff like that, stimulates the mind. It's just not, it's good to know what it is, But if you don't know what it is, it'll affect your mind. If you do know what it is, it can't affect your mind. So by learning the science in a cross, you remove its power from your own mind. You know what I'm saying? In any case, I know it's a touchy subject, so I've tried to explain this as delicately as possible. You know what I mean? Because I did grow up Christian, I do understand, the love of the cross. I do understand that there is a lot of love there, but at the same time, the truth is what's important to me. Only the truth is what's important to me. And the truth of the matter is, the cross is an idol. You should not put the cross on the same level as Jesus. You just shouldn't. And like when I say Jesus was a teacher of the past, like many people, Jesus had teachings that make sense, and some of Jesus' teachings, they've been lost in time and they no longer make sense, you know what I mean? But one thing Jesus said that I think still reigns true today is he would tell the religious people of his time that they're full of shit, and they're basically explaining shit wrong, and that they're full of shit. And I like to think his words are still true today. You know what I mean? In any case, I hope you understand something that you did not understand prior to this, and investigate it yourself. Don't take my word for it. Investigate it yourself so you can understand it yourself. And once you do, you'll be able to access your mind like Buddha did. You know what I'm saying? And other people like that. In any case, you're welcome.